Well, it is Castranger time once again, and we have joining us our good friend Blaze.
Hello.
Guy, I have a question for you.
I have an answer, possibly.
So, what were your overall thoughts on Godzilla vs. Megalon? Quickly.
You'll have to find out in next year's video, G versus G, part 13.
What?
Damn! Alright, fine.
G versus G, Garzilla versus Godzilla.
Versus Gamera.
Listen, everyone's already
featuring
used
Mothra
Godzilla
for some reason.
Why did you say that name?
It's time for Monster Madness! Godzilla-thon!
Like, everyone already uses the term Godzilla-thon, so why don't I just be the creative smartass of being Garzilla versus Godzilla? Or GVG?
It's a Zilla off!
Cue the roll call.
Roll call!
Cue that roll call.
Cue it.
Cue the
I'm
roll call.
also here. I forgot
What?
You idiots! We're all queuing the roll call! Show running super savant. Level up! Bluecaster, super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster, Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse, Ultracaster, Gar,
A spark of courage, the power of dreams. Orange caster, global soft perka.
Shining through the night. Spellcaster, Blade.
Casting, criticism, comedy, chaos.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
You are queuing the roll call. You are queuing the roll call. I'm queuing the roll call. Is there anyone who's not queuing the roll call around here?
No, but you're stealing my bit. Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 429.
Episode Miss Maggie. Yes.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah, guys, Slurp says a Power Ranger.
Damn it.
It didn't come up in my news feeds, but yeah, that happened.
Because freaking who actually reads the comic anymore?
True.
Speedrunning news mode.
Now that I think about it, looking at Lord Zed's head, it does kind of look like a Ranger helmet.
I was gonna say, he doesn't look too different.
Like honestly, I looked at the sales charts for that Power Ranger comic. I'm surprised this hasn't gotten canceled yet.
Wasn't it like the highest selling comic book like last year or something? Not last year, but the year before.
No.
Now I'm just sad Robert Axelrod isn't around anymore, so we could ask him to say it's Morphin Time in Lord Zed's voice.
It's morphin' time.
Yeah.
You sound just like him.
Well, that's not going to stop.
Send me to New Zealand.
Guys, I think we
job
found
offer.
our impersonator.
I mean, they're probably going to. Sorry.
I'm just thinking. There was this one random movie. I can't remember the name of it or whatever. They were on they were by like the Chinese theater in Hollywood, and they're, you know how people dress up in like pseudo characters in a sense.
Yeah.
They're like knockoffs.
Yeah.
Fucking Robert Axelrod was in one of those. Like, he was dressed up as Spider-Man.
What the fuck?
Robert Axelrod, I can blow a small little breeze at him, and he looks like he will fall over and shatter. Spider-Man.
No, I got it. He's dressed up as Saul Spider-Man. Oh, with the webbing and such. We were just talking about old Grumps memes. Katie in our chat. Ah, yes, my favorite dinosaur, the Zedosaurus Zed. No, it would be the Zedosaurus Zex.
Wait a minute.
No, you would just use Serpentera as his Zord.
Yeah. Honestly, his fucking suit should look like Serpentera. That would have been rad. This is just him with slightly more armored, but just basically the same as him.
It's like not related to anything at all, but I thought it would be kind of interesting. The other day I used an AI to generate a picture, and not part of the description, but it just generated this weird little mascot thing with like a belt on it.
That looks
Why
like,
don't my
looks like a
AI
mascot.
generated photos ever turn out that good?
Why doesn't mine look like that?
I
really
legit.
So I drew him.
Nice.
I'm looking. Yeah, I'm trying. I haven't really seen the Lord Zed thing before though.
What?
It's just regular Zed without pants.
Why are its ears conjoined into a handle?
I don't know. It's like that on the original image, so I wanted to remain loyal to it.
The mascot you can take with you.
It's a shopping bag. Yeah, it's a handbag mascot.
Huh.
He's dressed up as Scarlet Spider-Man. Scarlet Spider.
Is that Tracy Morgan there?
Yeah, it's a movie called The Clapper.
Spider-Man.
Clap on, clap off.
It's like I think it's like he goes to like different shows here and there.
So we're getting a giant fucking model of Exodia.
Once you assemble it, you can obliterate all your other figures.
This is how Garrett's teased it.
We got Tracy Morgan, we've got Spider-Man, we've got Jesus.
Have you ever heard of Jesus?
Once you assemble this figure, it obliterates all your other figures.
Once you assemble this figure, it destroys itself.
I prefer Dark Exodia.
You mean Necros?
So paint it black, Blaine.
It's called Exodia Necros.
No. Once you get this figure, you gotta toss off the boat.
You gotta toss it. You gotta toss the head, and you gotta toss the.
No wait. Once you pre-order it, and once it's on the shipping boat,
get it tossed off the boat.
Yeah, there goes your Exodia.
It comes in 5 boxes, and you have to throw 3 away.
All right, so yeah, we're a bunch of Exodia pieces who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and a third thing.
Stranger, obliterate.
So this week we're talking about Geats episode 27, Kingohger episode 3, and our double feature topic of the Saber hyper battle video and the Sabela Durendal special.
Why?
Well, if you really want to know, I thought, since none of us really like Saber that much, and if we did them individually, we were both being like, it was okay or it was meh. You know what?
Yeah.
Both of them at once. That way we can never talk about Saber again.
Until Outsiders.
We made a meme out of a reaction they made.
Outsiders is technically an all-around Kamen Rider thing. And speaking of Kamen Rider, I don't know what the fuck was Toei on, but they released a new trailer for Shin Kamen Rider.
I heard there's spoilers in it.
It fucking spoils everything.
So it's like an American trailer.
No, it's like when they did the Broly trailer and they showed off Gogeta. It's like, why did you spoil that? You could have said, how much hype that would have been to go see. But this trailer, it fucking spoils everything.
Unless maybe there's more shit in the movie besides what they spoiled that they didn't spoil, and you're just being led into a false sense of security.
If there's a fucking after credit scene where Takashi Hongo goes home with his motorcycle and like it's all dark and it's just like, you think you're the only hero around here, and it's like, who the hell are you? My name's Tobei Tachibana. I'm here to talk about you. I'm here to talk about the Kamen Rider initiative with you. Then I'm fucking sold.
It just becomes the Nick around here. It just becomes the Nick Fury of Rider.
I mean, if you've been watching Kamen Rider X with us on Sundays, hashtag Show Us Sundays, you'll know that Tachibana is the ultimate GOAT of Kamen Rider.
Okay. All right. Well, before we get into our discussion, we have some news to talk about, so let's get into news mode.
Oh, can we talk about that Once and Always trailer?
Oh, yeah. Well, we talked about Once and Always before, but if you want to talk about the trailer first.
Oh. But EJ, they did just release a new Shin Kamen Rider trailer. We should probably talk about that.
Let's watch it live!
Copyright cease and desist.
So, Once and Always?
It looks Robo Rita's a thing.
It actually is Robo Rita. From that image of just the face, I would have bet money against that being Rita, but it is Robo Rita, and it's terrifying.
The Snizzard thing looks decent. The Minotaur also looks.
Overall, I think it looks like it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. I've seen so many things on Twitter about people being like, you're all mad that it looks exactly like the old show, and this is the exact same anger you had with the 2017 movie not looking exactly like the old show.
Yeah, I don't understand the fucking fandom. It's like, what do you want?
See,
What do you want?
when it comes to opinion-based discourse on the internet, what so literally almost everyone tends to forget is it's not always the same people making the same complaints. You know, people have opinions, and the people who have the loudest opinions are the opinions who get heard. But the problem is when two opinions conflict, 9 times out of 10, it's not the exact same people saying that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People will have every kind of opinion about every kind of thing that's out there, and when it happens enough times, people just tend to blend all of these millions of individuals together into the hive mind of the internet, and I don't think that's entirely fair. For people to have two clashing opinions, that's because you're not arguing with the same individuals.
Also, Alpha sounds like Zim.
A little bit.
To be fair though,
It's been 30 years.
the Twitter the Twitter side of the Toku fandom is god awful,
and that's why I don't engage in it. This is why the only people I talk about Toku with are the people here in the Castranger server.
Yeah, you notice that the T-Rex's eyes are bigger in the new footage.
Yeah, because it's probably a new Zord. They probably remade them.
I think they're just all CGI.
No, yeah, they're all CGI, Lane, but they were destroyed, remember?
They were rebuilt.
I'm interested because the fact that they're now rendering them in CGI means that maybe they're going to do something crazy in like the final battle.
What if they take it to the moon and they fight on the moon?
What if there's a new combination of some sort?
What if they fight Ivan?
Okay, Boom Studios.
What if they fight Ivan Ooze and kick him in the dick again and launch him into an asteroid?
No, he's dead. They kicked him into the sun.
I mean, Phoenix is still in the sun.
That was an alternate timeline, Lane. They could still do it.
An alternate timeline.
I am.
Now that would have been a sweet surprise for once and always. It's not Rita that came back. It's freaking Ivan Ooze.
Could you fucking imagine? I would be so down.
Is back again.
You dance.
Oh no, Emily's so shocked by this trailer she can only speak and react in pictures.
Just because I haven't been able to say anything, so I've just been using.
Sorry.
What do you think of the trailer?
You guys have already said everything, so
You can still state your opinions even if they're similar.
literally are non-existent. Like
Aww.
it's just Isaac just like the fuck.
At least we know now Trini's actually dead.
It just feels weird. It's like two random monsters of the week gets mechanized. It's like, wow, you could have done literally anyone.
I mean, they just brought back Goldar, so they really couldn't do him again.
Yeah, I knew they couldn't do Goldar. They could have done Squat and Babu.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were talking in our group chat, and you were saying how it could have been Squat and Babu, and I was like, that would have been fucking awesome if they just got like cyber enhanced and became like actually competent fighters, but they're still stupid and quippy.
Or Rito.
Yeah.
Can't believe Rita doesn't even give a shit about her own, her own blood.
I believe it. She never did.
Oh wait,
what about Rito?
Oh wait, I forgot. This is season 1 Power Rangers.
Yep.
Rita was in season 3. At this point, he shouldn't even fucking exist. Apparently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not like most of the monstrous creatures did get like disintegrated by the Z-Wave.
Yeah. All right.
But I'm confused at like how Robo Rita's a thing, because Rita's Mystic Mother right now.
What about Rita's son from Once a Ranger?
No.
Shut up. What about Rita's son from Once a Ranger?
What about?
So fucking stupid. So stupid and pointless.
What about literally anyone? What about Scorpina?
Rita's weird time travel son.
No one remembers Scorpina.
All right, let's get into our other news. First off, we have some images and info on upcoming Zords in Kingohger. So we already knew about God Kabuto, and now we have the rest of the supposedly legendary God trio. And the other two are a grasshopper and a scorpion, God Bata and God Sasori. When I saw these three, I was really hoping that they would form their own Megazord, but apparently they just attach onto Kingohger and form Legend Kingohger.
Yeah.
And I looked at the way Bata just like splits in half and attaches to the chest, and I'm like, we already got this. It's called Omikoshi Phoenix. They just did this shit with Dawn Brothers. God damn it.
Omikoshi Oppa.
But other than that, I think these are cool.
What about why are the Hopper's wings just like on the knees randomly?
I don't know.
And why is Scorpion just like chrome for no reason? Nothing else is chrome.
I don't know.
Well, they all have their own accent colors, and I think that's just Sasori's.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, Sasori has some like slight blue accents on the top of the main torso.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, what the fuck?
Also, the insides of Bata and Kabuto are chromed when they open up.
All right.
Yeah.
Still stupid.
It's not the best designs, but we'll see where they go. I kind of love the way Sasori just becomes a giant fucking separate hand.
Yeah. 3 hands. Fuck you.
I'm trying to remember, there was some other combining Zord of some sort where a whole ass Zord just becomes a hand by itself, and I can't remember.
Hamburger helper mascot.
The hamburger helper Zord.
I hope
That's my favorite insect.
So we already had info on Kabuto before. Sasori, 3850 yen, Bata, 2750 yen, both releasing in April. And there's going to be a special set containing all three of them for 10,450 yen.
And it's got a cool pre-order bonus.
Oh yeah, you get the Kabuto like amber gem, whatever it's called, the shoe sole, I think it's called.
Those should have been the gimmick of this season.
No, not every season needs a fucking gimmick.
But I want it!
But I want bugs trapped in rocks.
Admittedly, I wouldn't like this gimmick as a gimmick specifically. The gems, I don't think they work as like a insert into the thing to transform. But I do think they're kind of all right decoratively. And this season not having transforming gimmicks is one of my small nitpicks against it.
I just like plastic rocks.
I do too. The trinkets.
It's why I collected like almost all of the fucking Z crystals.
No.
I like the bop it.
Remember in Beetleborgs when the Shadowborg extracted their 3 powers and they became like the 3 gems on his chest? This is the gold Beetleborgs version. It's even the correct insect.
I can see Kingohger getting a black and gold edition, and then you put these on it. And
that would look cool.
I will say, I really like the fact that Legend Kingohger's whole thing is gold, because that means we're not going to have a gold ranger. And we already have a silver ranger, so that means 6 is going to have a different color.
I wouldn't say that precludes one from the other, but the rumor is still that we're getting a white spider ranger for the 6th.
If it's a spider, I'm pushing someone off a building. Spiders aren't bugs.
Tell that to Toei.
And technically, pillbugs are crustaceans.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider
can. There's already 2 spiders.
I was gonna say my thought on that is I imagine he'll have like God Tarantula maybe, and then these 2 will like attach to that one. Like he'll have like a bigger, scarier spider.
A transmetal tarantula.
Older, fatter, balder spider.
Tarantulas.
All right.
I live.
Moving on to our next piece of news. This is super cool. They have announced the complete style gigantic of Kamen Rider Kuga's Pegasus bowgun.
It's another Kuga.
But does it turn back into an actual gun? Is the question.
Now,
I don't think so.
what I'm not super clear of is this like a role play toy or is this for a figure?
No, it's like prop 1-to-1 size.
Yeah.
Oh
Anyway.
fuck!
It's like the Titan sword.
Oh fuck! I might need to buy this. I kind of love it.
Yeah, so it's like complete selections, but it's complete style gigantic.
I love
But
it.
Ichi, you're gonna need to buy the blue one.
Or I could just paint this one blue.
No.
True.
Oh, no.
No,
Stop painting all the premium rare items blue.
it's mine. I paid the money. I can do what I want with it. It will become the blue gun.
Yeah, just get a gun like that. And you have to well, yeah, that's how he turns it into the Pegasus bow gun. He
Just takes an
grabs a
actual gun.
He takes Ichi Bro's gun and turns it into a crossbow.
That's just a gun, like a normal gun. What's going on there?
Like Lane said,
Magic.
the way he gets his weapons is by taking actual items, in Pegasus' case, an actual gun, and then he uses his power to turn it into the toy.
Yep.
Magic.
Ancient
Yeah, I get
sorcery.
Yeah.
The ancient Japanese method of turning a gun into a crossbow.
I
I want Chewbacca to have this now.
So when they did the
I
rising,
like this.
when they did the gigantic Titan sword, I think they included parts to transform into the rising version. This one
Yes,
doesn't.
it already.
This one doesn't say if it will have the rising parts on it, but it probably will. But we don't have
well,
all the
we've already
information
seen-
yet. Oh yeah,
We've seen the
sick,
prototype images.
sick. Do we know what price it is? Because they haven't said in this article.
Probably gonna be pricey.
Probably.
Probably like $150.
That's not terrible.
More like twice that, guys.
Well, we'll see when we'll see once I finally find out.
Well, you can't really use the sword as like a baseline because the sword is fucking huge.
yeah, the
gun's
sword
gonna
is
be small.
giant.
So is this.
Well, we'll see.
Because
We'll see.
also keep in mind they showed off prototype attachments to make it the bigger gun.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you can just put those on top of each other.
Yeah, but that's still an additional piece.
Anyway, so more info will be revealed soon. Moving on.
The coup gun.
The coup gun.
That is below even my standards, and my standards are low.
Damn.
So it was put out last week that even though Jason David Frank has passed away, the rest of his team who are working on the Legend of the White Dragon film are pressing on, and they plan to actually finish the film and release it in theaters this fall.
Ooh.
Did you say theaters?
Yeah, theatrical
like, is
fall
it-
release.
Oh,
it-
this is gonna be a box office bomb.
Falling Forward Films released said film exclusively in theaters across the top 25 markets. And the release will coincide with what would have been the actor's 50th birthday.
Oh,
So yeah. Well, I don't know if it'll come out where we are, but if it does, I'll definitely go see it.
I mean,
Yeah.
they could have just asked Amazon, to be,
Yeah.
like their distributor for it, put it on Amazon Prime for like,
Even
a
if it
payment
isn't in
there.
our area, I'm sure we'll have a way to see it at some point.
Yeah.
Arr.
So yeah, I'm glad we'll get to see it. We will get to see it.
But guys, what if it sucks?
That hasn't stopped
Was
us from
that a
talking about anything else. Also, what?
was that a fanboys reference?
Yeah, that was a fanboys reference. Just, what if it sucks?
I'm going to see. That's like the
Oh, Ichi busting out the Pepsi.
Well, I'm gonna have time to drink it because our next story is something that Emily will be talking about.
Okay. This was a sort of unexpected announcement. It turns out that for Precure's big 20th anniversary, they're doing a lot of interesting things, and one of those things is they are making a Digimon Tri-esque sequel series to Yes Precure 5.
Don't describe it as try-esque. That means it's gonna be bad.
I mean, it's just like when I never thought of it as basically being like that, but then when I described what it was, you were like, oh, so basically like Digimon Tri. And yeah, it's basically like Digimon Tri. So, We know nothing about it yet, aside from the title, which is Kibo no Chikara Otona Precure 23. And I feel a little bit embarrassed that I know enough Japanese now to know exactly what the title means.
Oh yeah, it's translated in the article anyway. But yeah.
That was The Power of Hope, Adult Precure 23.
So that means she's 23 years old now.
Yep. Or it could be a reference to the year, but I think
That too.
I mean, it's Toei. The first crossover with Double and Decade was literally called Movie War 2010.
So if this is a quote-unquote sequel to Precure, I'm going to refer to it as Recure.
And we have no idea what the is. We have no idea what's happening. All we have is image of the lead character, who is Nozomi Yumehara, same person from yes, Precure 5 and yes, Precure 5 Go-Go. And if you look under her, there's a silhouette of Cure Dream, who appears to have a slightly different design now.
I should hope so, being an adult.
I have no idea what any of it's going to be. I don't know what that weird like elevator thing on the logo is a reference to.
It's on an elevator. It's a clock.
Oh, it's a clock.
If you look at it, it's the 11th hour.
Oh.
maybe
Which
Precure's gonna die.
no, but just
how
the
dark
11th
this
hour. The 11th hour is a indication of a fight or flight situation of like
great magnitude.
it's like you are down to the time. What is your decision going to be?
It's Precure Last Kizuna!
Maybe
Yeah,
it's going to be her wondering, should I do this again, or should I just keep going with my normal life?
Yeah, I have no idea what
Like
the
we
actual
don't-
plot's going.
Like we don't know what the answer to that will be.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the plot. I don't know if the other characters are going to appear.
Well, this is.
I mean, look at
feel
that
this is probably
post-
just a teaser. This is probably just a teaser poster.
I was gonna say, look at all the room beside her on that poster for other characters.
It's definitely an interesting one. The unfortunate thing is that the season that it is a sequel to is one of the only Precure seasons / arcs, because it's one of two that had 2 seasons. Is one of the only ones I've never seen a single episode of.
Well,
I
now
can
you know what
see
you gotta
why
do.
So now I have to watch all of Precure 5 and Precure 5 Go-Go this year before this comes out.
There you go.
Well,
I've
now you
been-
know.
Off for years and years and years, even though I wanted to watch it because it was so long and it wasn't available anywhere, and I kept thinking eventually Crunchyroll's going to get it because they got Futariwa. But no, they never got it.
did.
They never got it, and so it's weird. But I'm sorry if I'm being silly, but in addition to that, there actually is more news with something that we have no teaser visuals or anything for it. I'm trying to find proof of it. Like, I'm trying to find like the announcement and I can't.
I can see why she's confused in the teaser poster. In front of her, it's 11 o'clock, but in the background, it says it's 8 o'clock. What time is it?
I'm wondering if time travel will factor into the plot. I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Or maybe she just travels through time zones.
Okay, I was gonna make a Matt Smith joke with 11th hour and everything, and now I really can.
Yeah. Yes. She's gonna
Who's
have
the man?
They're gonna get her Fez.
Your doctor.
I would say bow tie, but like they already all have bows, so
Wait, let her cure.
yeah.
I thought you liked being a Precure. New age, new rules.
But the other thing they announced is they're also doing some form of sequel to Mahosukai Precure as well. That one I did watch, and it definitely leaves a lot open for sequel potential with how it ended and just the general relationship between the characters. So I don't think the format's been revealed yet, but it's rumored it's going to be a 12-episode series, and that's
Amazon Prime.
That's an interesting one because that's one of the series where it really, really, really heavily implies that the 2 main characters are romantically involved by the end.
This is Mahotsukai 2 you're talking about?
Yeah,
The article here says that that's premiering on the late night and amazing block on ABC TV, TV Asahi, and 22 affiliates in 2024.
Yep. I'm excited about that. I don't know what direction they're going with it. I'm a little worried. I really don't want them to go all in adult with it. I don't know, and I also don't know what explanation they're gonna have, if any, for why Hachan is back, because she became the god of the universe.
Spoilers.
Hasn't stopped Toei before. Who are you? I am a space god.
I was like, yeah, Gaim has had plenty of shit after the show.
I just spoiled Mahosukai. I guess I didn't spoil all of it, but story. But basically, yeah, at this point, they could announce basically anything, and I won't be surprised anymore.
The floodgates are open.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm genuinely, absolutely shocked that they have, because when they said there's a 20th anniversary project in the works, pretty much everyone said, oh, they're going to do a movie or something where it's pure black and white as adult. But no,
Psych.
nothing would bounce. So,
Pranked.
I don't know what they're doing. Aside from all the merchandise for the 20th anniversary being them, which I guess makes sense.
I watched the first few episodes of the first Precure season over here on our Discord, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Seven was talking to me about it, and how it's like, Gar, if you really want to watch Precure, as in what Precure is now, watch 5 or something, like Go Precure.
I think that you were talking about Go Princess.
Yeah, Go Princess or something, which according to them, that was sort of when Pretty Cure really became it's
when Precure was good.
Yeah, okay, it was Kaguya that talked to me about that.
I hope it's okay for me to say this, but I actually disagree. I would say Fresh is when Precure became what it is now. Precure 5. After Precure 5, which had 2 seasons, which never happened again, people did not know if it would go back to being a 2-person team or not, because it could easily have. But with Fresh, they broke into this is just a magical girl team show now with varying amounts of members per team. It's no longer about 2, and them being 5 is not special anymore.
So they did the same thing that a lot of Neo Heisei rider shows did, where there were just 2 riders per show, and that was it.
Yeah, originally the whole gimmick of Precure is Futari wa Precure, together we are Precure, just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
That means two of us are Precure.
Yeah.
But then the whole gimmick for Precure 5 was that there were 5 of them now. So people weren't
just
sure,
like the Sailor Scouts.
People were sure, oh, they're doing the more standard Toku formula or the team up formula. Are they gonna go back? And then Fresh was just no, from now onward, that is not, the amount of people in the team is not important. And it's just going to keep going as just a standard magical girl show, sort of like Digimon, where each season is its own thing.
Yeah,
so
I love when freaking movie or franchises, they have characters and then they do a sequel and it takes place years later and they're adults. I love that shit. That's why Incredibles 2 is one of the most disappointing fucking Disney movies I've ever seen in my life, because we waited 14 years for that movie. I was expecting everyone to be grown up in it, and it just takes place immediately after the first one.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing live Lane winning the award for most unasked for tangent, offshoot, non sequitur in the Castranger history.
Blackjack.
You just brought that right out of fucking left field and a half, my dude.
No, it's related to when
Please let me speak.
Yep.
Sorry, Emily, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. A Chronicle basically said exactly what I was trying to say. And I know I was the one who started the tangent. I'm sorry, I wrecked it.
No, fine. Don't apologize.
I'm sorry.
All good. No, I just wanted I like the concept for this movie, so that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, Fresh basically created the modern format for Precure seasons to follow, is what Chronicle said, which basically explains what I was trying to say and failing miserably at.
I think you explained it fine.
Yeah.
And for the person who wants a Doki Doki sequel, that's also Chronicle. Doki Doki, I remember, was a really interesting one, because the big problem with that season was that they made too much plot for the show. I think I already mentioned this at some point, that the reason that the show was so full of weird plot holes and stuff was because all of that stuff did have explanations, but there was so much of it they couldn't fit it in the freaking show.
Wow.
So, like, you had, like, there are, like, supplementary art books and stuff that tell you, well, this is what was happening, but we didn't have time to put it in the show.
Sounds like Lampara's
They need to
Contest of
just have,
Champions.
they need to just have like a hyper battle video where they explain all the lore they didn't have time for.
So my question is exactly a 52 episode show and
Jesus.
they couldn't fit everything in?
How do you not fit a plot into a fucking year-long show?
Yeah, so if anything, a Doki Doki like mid-quel, sort of like Doremi Nai show would be good. Like, you know, one that fills in all the holes, like what, again, this is gonna sound like it makes no sense to anyone. But like what was Madoka Aguri up to all the time before she shows up out of flipping nowhere is never explained until like almost the end of the show.
I just
She's
want
the
to.
character that when I described her, you compared her to Kamen Rider Birth.
I just want to check myself real quick. A second ago, I was like, "How do you not fit plot into a year-long show?" And then I remembered Kamen Rider Ghost, where most of the plot was in the Spectre movie.
Yeah, I don't know movies and things with this. The Doki Doki movie is one of the wildest, weirdest things. It involves marriage, time traveling dogs, and on-screen murder. And
Kaguya Saber had the opposite problem. It didn't have enough plot to fill a year.
Yeah.
I know Saber. It did feel like Saber had the opposite problem. But yeah, the Doki Doki movie is like completely wild. I would even say that, like you could watch it without even watching Doki Doki. It would make about as much the same amount of sense. It's incredibly strange. It's like someone had a weird dream after they watched a bunch of Precure and made a movie out of it.
So it's the Precure drug trip.
Yes, it is. 7. That's not really a spoiler, but yes, it is the movie where we just straight up see Kira Hart get beaten so hard that she's bleeding.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, like, I mean, that happens in like Sentai and Rider a lot. Like, I was actually surprised by how much blood they showed.
Oh yeah, every now and then they get pretty brutal.
Yeah, but
they get bruises, but we save it for the V cinemas and online specials where you see them straight up spit up blood.
Yeah.
No, but they do in the main shows too. Like, they have the blood coming out of their mouth.
Not a lot
Like,
though.
It's like makeup, like bruises. It's not like actual like they're not like coughing up blood.
Normally they have stuff like, you know, like in Pokemon when they get beaten up, where they have like those like scratch marks on them and stuff. Like that happens in
Tousled
Precure too.
hair.
Like we get a lot of that. But in this movie, like, yeah, she's like, if I recall correctly, she's just straight up coughing up blood and like bleeding. I don't think out of like her eyes or anything, but like it's pretty like I was just like, whoa, man, this is violence. And I mean, it also involves like child marriage.
I love how you said that with a slight twinge of I'm enjoying this.
No,
It sounded like you were smiling while you said that.
no, I'm not. I'm just so like, it's that kind of laugh you have when someone tells, like, okay, I have like a perfect meme image to describe it, and then I promise we'll move on because this has gone on for way too long. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Like, this is not Rider or Sentai. It's just random nonsense. But let me just, sorry. I'll
Go ahead, Emily.
find this picture because it's like, where is it? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I know I have it. This is what it feels like.
I'm laughing nervously.
Yeah, like it's that's the kind of that's the kind of laugh that it is, where it's just like, oh yeah, she's bleeding over there.
What the fuck?
everything's okay, and it makes sense because I mean, it makes a lot more sense that she would be bleeding than she wouldn't be because like they get knocked into walls and stuff.
Did that baby just summon a magic portal? What the fuck?
Wait, here's my question. What series is that referring to? Because I can think of like 4 series where babies summon magic portals.
Yes.
The most recent one, like the current airing one.
Okay, it is far from...
Wait, the most current airing what?
Precure.
Oh.
There's the baby.
There's always the baby.
Yeah, but no, there are many shows I can think of which involve the baby opens a magic portal as something that you can... actually, Healing Good just straight up had that. No, wait, was it Healing Good that did? Yeah, I think it did. And then Delicious Party just had it. It just had the baby's ability literally being to summon a magic portal. So baby summoning magic portals is pretty standard for the genre. So if you see a baby in this world, don't
Portal
assume that you can summon a magic portal. It's just a convention of the genre. I don't think Grogu has summoned a magic portal, but he also is basically like he is the mascot baby from like every anime.
Pretty much.
But he's also 50.
He is, but
a
I'm
baby in Yoda years.
And he has a new weapon.
Yep, I'm like
Hey, spoilers.
I didn't
like
say what it
80%.
was. Anyway.
Sorry.
Anyways,
I'm like 80% sure that the baby in the new Precure is actually like a reincarnation of an adult, so make of that what you will. I really don't know. We went on for like half an hour and I feel really weird and like almost feverish because I've been talking too much like an idiot.
That's fine.
you're passionate about Precure, Emily, and we.
No, I'm just gonna go jump in the toilet with eyes.
At least someone will be watching you.
Yep. I will flush myself down the toilet like Amethyst.
I'm gonna go down the hole.
Just like all those people went down the hole in that Hitman level lane and I streamed.
Yeah, like he finished the level and he was trying to finish the level and escape and he's like, why can't I go down the sewer? I'm like, because there's too many fucking dead bodies in there.
Alright, moving on to our next news story.
Actually, one last news story, just a brief one.
Okay.
Some Vulcans getting an HD re-release on the Toei channel.
Yeah, Stanley would be happy.
Oh shit!
Yeah, continuing the trend of Super Sentai getting an HD remaster. Sorry, Jacka, we just don't like you, I guess.
Ichi ni Sambokan.
Yeah, that's the joke.
But the real reason why I'm here, even though I said I was taking a 2-week break, wow, this is hard.
Are you okay?
This
you
hit
remember.
hard.
Yeah, this.
So, story time quickly. I went out for a walk last night, and when I got back, we got a teaser for the final season of the Ultraman anime. And Lynn was like, wow, he looks Jack. I'm like, no, this is Jack. And then I open up Twitter, and the first thing I see is rest in peace, Jiro Dan. So, yeah, Jiro Dan, who played Hideki Go, the host of Ultraman Jack, unfortunately passed away after a 7-year battle to lung cancer.
Damn.
That's terrible.
Wait, 7 years, right? No, 6 years. Sorry, 6-year battle.
For those non-Ultraman people, he played the wise one in Re-Soldier. He was the guy with like the kebab truck. And
Oh no! Kebab truck elder!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, that's like Ichi's like, who's this? And I'm like, why is one from Ryu Soldier? No!
You mean the only good character in Ryu Soldier?
Nada was good. Anyways.
True.
Right.
Anyways, no, this fucking sucks. Like I think I watched one episode of Return of Ultraman, but like I don't know, he has a very commanding presence. So fuck, man.
This hasn't happened before.
Yeah, didn't you say that like everyone else who's ever played an Ultraman is still alive except for him now?
Like outside of voice actors, no one has passed. Like we've had side characters pass away before, but we've never had an host for a Ultraman pass away. So for Jiro Dan to be the first, that hit hard.
Yeah, it's like when an actor who's played the Doctor passes away. You're just like, no,
he's supposed to regenerate.
No, just this felt like the death of Superman.
No.
This felt like a god literally just died. This is all I thought about. Like throughout half of the day at work was just like, it doesn't feel real.
Didn't you just watch Return of Ultraman 2?
I'm like 6 episodes into it.
Okay.
I was gonna do it for the Ultra Ranger, which I'm now like I was actually in the midst of like, well, where do I put the Return of Ultraman episode now? You know, I'll figure it out. Now that he's gone, I really want to make that episode 10 times better.
Well, here's the thing, though, is that the best thing we can do to honor his memory is to A, remember all the amazing work he did in all of these, and B, remember that just because the actor that portrays a character dies doesn't mean the character themselves is in any way dead, nor even if they were, does it mean that that performance and that channel is ever going away.
That's true.
Very true.
If anything, we should be watching their stuff again and celebrating everything they did. At least I think so.
Yeah. That's very true, very wise.
Just doesn't feel real.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gar.
What was your favorite thing about this Ultraman? What do you think
he brought something different to the table? Like comparing him to his 2 predecessors, Hayata wasn't really a character. He was just there. And Dan Moriboshi, although having some funny moments, was still no character. This was when you actually have, like, Hideki Go, in a sense, was a character who could turn into Ultraman. He wasn't Ultraman possessing a human. He wasn't an Ultraman disguised as a human. He was a human that had the ability to turn into Ultraman. So and the fact that we saw him have his own life, he had a girlfriend, he has a best friend, he's also part of the organization. So it's like he broke the mold on what a Japanese superhero could be, in a sense.
The first one to be a really fleshed out character, it sounds like.
Yeah. And now it's just gonna be awkward watching the rest of the show knowing that he's no longer around.
Well, rest in peace, sir.
Rest in peace, Jiro Dan.
You left a legacy behind, no doubt.
And with that,
Tsuburaya Productions mentioned that in honor of Jiro Dan, who has journeyed to the Star of Ultra, the final episode, The 5 Oaths of Ultra, will be free on YouTube soon.
Yeah, there they all are.
Oh, Ultra Brothers.
Just, I think that it's really good that we can talk so much about this, and we can talk about him and share the memories, everything. I mean, first of all, cancer is like I don't usually, like, I'm not even just F cancer. Cancer is the worst. It's it's just the worst thing. He fought really hard, and hopefully now we can rest in peace and we can continue to enjoy all of the amazing things that he acted in and gave his channeling abilities to.
Always go with the 5 oaths. Don't go to school on an empty stomach. Air my laundry out when the weather's fine. Watch out for cars when crossing the street. Don't rely on others. And play around sometimes.
Barefoot.
Well, these messages are meant to be for kids.
You can still run around in the grass with no shoes on if you're an adult.
I don't know if
Also-
not relying on others is probably a good message.
It might have been translation.
Yeah. Also, best part, I have the Hideki Go transformation device.
Nice.
My hands.
Yeah, he just puts his hand in the air and he becomes Ultraman.
Cool.
Maybe we could all do that. Just
Everyone's got his henshin device.
that's great. I love his jacket. I know that's not even remotely important, but
Because he's a race car driver. He was going to win the prize money to bring his mother in from the country to live with him.
and then he just became a host of.
He saved a dog and a child, and the Ultraman was like,
That one.
that one. But what's also cute is that they changed the oaths when COVID happened.
Oh. Gargle and rinse your mouth properly.
Anyways, thank you, Zero Dan. You know what? I may go watch some Return of Ultraman. And I will see all of you in April. Schwa for now.
Goodbye.
Thank
Goodbye.
you for sharing.
There he goes. All right.
All right.
Now we can end the news.
Yay.
I'm sorry for how long that ended up being.
That's fine.
Especially since Kingohger is absolutely amazing and great, and there's a lot of things, but I also feel like my throat is like vomiting words now, so I'm gonna shut up.
Definitely, if we had a story that was about Star Wars related, I'd go off on about Star Wars for like fucking ever.
Just get some water.
So.
Take care of yourself. I've been telling you I wanted you to talk more, so I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I thought you water and take your ears off. And I was gonna ask what that means.
Hey, go grab a quick glass of hot and
Oh god!
we'll talk about Raiden Sentai.
A nice cold glass of hot.
Cold glass of hot.
Glass of hot. But paradox.
Wait, is the glass cold?
Dealer's
Open
choice.
nice-
All right, let's get into Gates. Almost as if Toei wanted to directly slap me in the face and tell me to shut up after last week I said that Geats was getting boring. This episode picked it right the fuck back up.
Yeah.
So I was wrong about my guess where he used some time travel shenanigans to plan all this, but this is kind of just as good, I think. But so the main takeaway from this episode is that Ace hasn't been alive since 1 AD playing the game. He has retained memories through his previous reincarnations across time.
Doctor Who.
Which it means that we actually predicted something right. Gates, he is a white guy who wished to be Japanese.
Yeah, he's just been several white guys,
including one, and that one dude like in what looked like London, and he looked straight up like Epic Lloyd.
I'd like to think his first, the ancient Greece or whatever guy. I like to think his name was like Asicles or something.
Asicles! That's what we're calling his first version until we get a name. We're calling him Asicles.
My headcanon is Ace is the one who killed Jesus.
Guys,
Because like he gets born in like feudal Japan. He gets born in like feudal Japan, and his mom's like, "I will name him Asu."
wouldn't it actually be Hercules?
That's also good. No, but we want to make him his own character. Keep naming him Hercules is like too close to Hercules. So Acicles, I think, works better. But
yeah, can we get like a V Cinema side
yes!
Blu-ray special about this version of Ace?
Yes, Epic Lloyd as Ace.
Epic Lloyd.
Look at him, it's Epic Lloyd.
His name is apparently Ace Garfield.
My one.
He looks too tall to be Epic Lloyd.
You're right, but the face is there. My immediate question is: so if the first incarnation of Ace is this Greek dude, why was his mother's name a Japanese name, Mitsume?
I'm just gonna nitpick. It's Roman.
Is it? I don't know.
And I know Greece wasn't really around 1 AD.
Okay, well, my point stands.
You weren't around during one.
European.
I wasn't, Lane. What the fuck of it?
I just love that. I just love where they show him in the clip, and you just hear him go, "Mother,
Mother,
mother, bring me my celebratory clean diaper,
Mommy.
Mother.
I want the world I desire, Mommy.
mother." Okay, so Baroba uses the vision driver that she stolen to create this Sengoku game, and this is interesting because we're starting to get a look at how, in fact, the game mastery powers of the DGP and the vision driver work specifically. And I had a fucking... Sorry?
Yeah. The goddess is like activated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her almonds are activated.
I had
the goddess.
I had a fucking epiphany and a half when I watched Neon and Keiwa transform into their like samurai forms. Do you realize what Kamen Rider Geats is and has been this whole time?
What?
It's fucking Reboot. Warning, incoming game.
It did. It was a game. They even changed all their outfits around.
And then they rebooted into their game forms.
I thought it was Mario Party 2.
Reboot!
But we need Austin Powers to show up.
Just fucking.
Remember what happened?
I love when forever we'll have a audio recording of Paul Dobson pretending to be Dr. Evil going marvelous.
What were you saying, Emily?
I just said, remember when that happened in Reboot?
I fucking loved just that shot where it just shows Niram just in like full samurai shogun armor
That
and
was
just like
hilarious.
sitting there like a fucking boss. And I was like,
so upset.
fuck yeah.
I'm so upset that we didn't get to see him become Gazer and just absolutely shit stomped them all.
Well, I mean, we're going too soon because he's like, looks like I'm gonna have to fucking force my hand.
Yeah,
we will definitely get Gazer versus Glare 2. Absolutely.
And so in our it's episode 27, and we finally have our first instance of Ace isn't a flawless, god-forsaken immortal with no weak spots.
His amazing new power-up knocks him out.
Yeah.
Makes him sleepy.
When most writers get their mid-season power-up, it like hurts them, or it makes them go berserk, or there's some sort of other flaw. With Boost Mark II, he just gets sweepy.
Well, no, like it's the thing of like his body's just not used to going at that fucking speed. Remember, this form uses 5 boost buckles.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm very aware.
So he will. So as the show progresses, the more he uses this form, the more he will get used to that speed, and he will not get tired.
Oh yeah,
So I like that attention.
He's eventually going to overcome it for sure.
Yeah.
Or they're just gonna drop it fucking when he gets the next part of the upgrade.
You mean next week?
Yeah.
That's probably exactly what it is. The power of the laser boost form mitigates the downside of Boost Mark II. That's probably exactly how it works.
I'm sad. Like I just got my Raise Riser Boost Mark II set, and like I was able to use the Raise Riser, and I was like, oh cool, but I already like packed away my Desire driver, so I was like, no, I can't use it until they move. Damn it. Also, fucking, I want to start a fucking drinking game for every single time Baroba's like.
Baroba's annoying for sure.
She does every fucking time.
She finally does her bleh, like that she's named after, I suppose.
And finally used the one part of the fucking glare driver that was never used before, the fucking like hacking boost thing, where she gives the people the other upgrades.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Original Glare did that. That's how he killed Punk Jack.
Well, we didn't see him do it. He did it like off screen, but like she's giving them the power ups. Love like the different armors.
Yeah, I love it. She
you mean specifically seeing on screen the remote control function? Yes. Okay, yes, I see what you're saying.
No, but I love that she hijacked 2 Jamato riders and then just gave them like proper buckles.
I was like, awesome. that feels unnecessary. They're already working for you.
They already have drivers too.
Yeah.
I decided I decided to name those 2 Jamato riders Ed and Ted. So
I just call them the pawns. That's what they are.
Edward and Tedward.
No, it's Ed and Ted. They're the Jamato Rider brothers.
You know what we need? We need Ben and John to fight Ed and Ted.
Oh my god! We better fucking sit.
Oh my god!
Instant powers.
Groovy, baby! Henshin!
Henshin, baby!
Oh my god, that is horrible! Why would you do
Instant Powers Ranger.
Instant Powers.
He's got powers,
I also
alright.
to post this in the news. Here's Subasa's human form. Okay, that's it. I promise.
Here, it's great.
Speaking of Maza. I said, speaking of Maza, what Emily posted in the chat.
Oh yeah,
Maza.
Let's see what else. So
okay. So
no, I disagree with this tweet because the middle one is just fucking Niram.
Yeah, it's Niram.
Yeah, no. Ace and Matt Smith do not have the same energy.
No, I agree. They don't.
Also, fucking Zin's just been like fucking annoying this episode. I was just like, go away.
Okay. No. Zine. I still want to call him Gene. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Gene.
That Ace might have more 12th Doctor.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I haven't watched any Doctor, so I have no reference. But Gene, I've actually had my eye on after this episode. So he's the one who's been like unearthing all of these mysteries and put together the truth about Ace, how he reincarnated. And one line in particular gave me a crazy theory that I want to posit here.
What is it?
Gene says at one point, I want to be moved by Ace, whether it's through his life or the path leading to his death. I think Gene's going to be the final villain.
That's cool.
I think Gene wants to be emotionally moved so much that he will manipulate Ace to make his fight as dramatic as possible, and then this desire will become so twisted that he will want to kill him in the most dramatic, beautiful, and emotional way possible, and he's just going to go full final villain.
I could see it, but he also like at the episode ends with like, oh, Ace is about to get killed, and he seems very distraught.
That's because
So,
I don't
know.
I think he's not there yet. He's not there yet. It's not dramatic enough, and he's not there yet. Right now he's just at like simp tier level 2, and it's going to develop and get worse over the course of the show, where you've seen it in plenty of other shows and anime and whatever, where like love gets too obsessive and it twists into something darker. I could absolutely see the show doing that with Gene.
For sure.
So it's kind of out there in terms of theories, but I'm putting that out there in case I turn out right.
That actually reminds me of a theory I made a few weeks ago. It just has nothing to do with anything, but like people were talking about like Neon's dad and how it's like, oh, he seems like he doesn't really care about her that much, and all of a sudden they're just all like, oh wait, what if Neon actually, like the real Neon died and this is a fake made by the DGP?
Oh
yeah.
shit,
Like,
that could be a thing.
Though he doesn't care about her, but the mom thinks they got her back somehow.
Yeah. Oh, also, to support my theory of Gene being the villain, both Kekara and Kyun talk this episode about how they don't fully trust him.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else happened this episode? Oh yeah, we found out that Samuri can actually fight. I wonder where that might go.
Yeah.
Mori.
Let's do it.
Sorry, that picture.
Oh yeah, so like Baruba, apparently you can use the raise riser to fucking scan fingerprints.
That is the stupidest fucking shit I've ever seen. Like,
they pulled that out of their fucking ass.
I don't want to nitpick on this too much, but Jesus Christ, why does the transforming gun from the future have a copy and paste thumbprint ability?
No, I legit think they forgot that you require a fingerprint to like activate the belt. So they're like, oh shit, yeah, the raise riser scans fingerprints.
I don't think they forgot. I think
applies them to your finger.
I think they just didn't plan on Baruba transforming into Glare 2, and then after a couple of Baruba Rider henshins, we can't keep using the giant fucking bull. Can we just like make her be Glare 2? Because God knows Giram is easy to steal shit from.
I think honestly it was probably the
Or
opposite.
Chiram.
What I think was supposed to happen is she, like, considering it looks like Glare but extremely like glitchy and hacked. I think what it was supposed to happen is, oh, she was supposed to be a surprise and then becoming Glare 2, but they were selling the belt and like, oh, well, Glare 2 is gonna take a while to come out. What should we do? Oh, we'll just have Neron be Glare 2. That way we can still put his face on the belt. Like what they did with fucking Commoner Ginga. With,
I think it would have been cool if it was the other way around, where like people buy it thinking it only has 2 riders, and then weeks after people bought it, surprise! There's a 3rd one all along.
But, you know, yeah, but like I mean, like that's. I feel like they just wanted to say like, oh, here we need you to know that it does this. Like again, it's what they did with Commoner Ginga with the Mirai Driver.
Yeah.
With where just like, oh, like here 6 months before Ginga debuts, here's the full divine, here's the henshin.
Yep. Anyways, regardless, it's cool that Baruba can transform into something that isn't expensive as fuck to animate.
Yeah, but I like her rider form. It's awesome.
I will say it's the one I hate the least out of the 4. So yes, Ace passes out in the street again. Baruba they all try to murder him. Jean tries to interfere. They beat the shit out of Jean, and then the episode ends with them holding up Ace, about to fire at him. And I love how it's supposed to be suspenseful, like, oh no, they're gonna kill him. Immediate next episode preview of Geats builder form, so I guess he lives, lol.
Yeah, I know the problem with the next episode.
And also laser boost.
Like the whole like next episode thing fucking always reminds me of fucking a thing in my childhood where I'm gonna talk about Bakugan for a second. Like they ended one episode on a massive cliffhanger, was like everyone thinks like the main character Dan's dead, and like the next step, like the next time on Bakugan just didn't play.
Oh, that would have been a good
like,
time.
And like me as like a little like 9-year-old Blazy-kun is just like, what?
I think you should have.
Crying.
People can't die in the Bakugan dub because they made it so that Shun's mother was talking after she was dead, saying she was fine. That was like really. I mean, I get it, but also that was really distasteful.
Yeah.
Is that GIF from the Faith games? Because I'm not clicking on that if it is.
It is.
Though that's some creepy shit. I've seen those games. I'm not clicking on that GIF. So anyways, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Animated, like it's not super creepy. It's just like an arm coming out of her mouth and it turns the light off. It's like really well animated, actually.
Yeah, really well animated.
Well, if you like that, then play the Faith games because they're creepy as fuck. But they also are amazing because they include this sound.
It's great.
I totally heard it.
You guys won't hear it, but I played it on the episode.
Was it the Morbius?
Mortis.
I thought you did the Morbius.
No. When you die in the Faith games, it goes Mortis.
I know, but if you look at in the fucking data of the game, if you like dig into it, there's a secret death sound of Morbius.
I gotta find that. That's awesome. All right, so yes, next week's episode we get to see Geats Builder again and Laser Boost debuts. Oh boy!
Hooray!
All right,
King time. Guys, guys,
yes.
I'm in love. I think I have, as Ichi has with Yamagas, I think I have found my new favorite yellow with Queen Himeno Ran.
She's pretty great.
I'm still so annoyed. Go ahead, Emily. I have a tangent I want to go on, so you go ahead first.
No, I just like I sorry I wasn't here for last episode, but
Oh yeah, you want to tell us what you thought about episode 2?
oh my gosh, Kosova's best, like, oh my god, like the coolest kingdom, like it's basically like my ideal living place.
Right?
Makes sense. Living place. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
John,
I'm moving to a new living place.
because he's sort of a male tsundere.
Kind of.
He's got he's not a very nice person, but he's actually a kind person inside.
That seems to be the running theme.
Yep, and it's interesting, yeah, how like nothing about these characters seems super stereotypical. They're all very uniquely them, and like you wouldn't expect Dragonfly Tech Company tsundere, like that. And then in this episode, we meet Himeno, and she is so interesting because she, like, at first you think, oh, she's the standard like Ojo who's obsessed with beauty and nothing else. No, she puts like it's all about her people and her love for them, but even her selfishness is based around that. And she's also a surgeon who just straight up does surgeries herself.
It's so weirdly complex to have a character who is entirely selfish and also very selfless simultaneously. It's so bizarre. I've never seen a character like this.
It's not like one of those things is a facade either. She's literally both at the same time for the same reasons. It's so cool.
I want to go on a quick tangent. Fucking, it is incredibly obvious to me that yellow was supposed to be the B, but they changed it last minute. First off, it would make more sense for black and yellow to be switched because
Queen B.
got like Queen B, but he's got like the Sengoku era thing, so him having the thing with two swords would make sense.
Oh,
but also, her kingdom's a fucking flower.
Yeah, but
fucking flower.
Yep.
It's meant to be a reference to mantis scythes being like scalpels, which I thought was way too oblique when I was thinking of like bug theming, and then an actual Sentai goes and uses it and like really makes it work, and I'm just thinking like, nice, you guys actually pulled it off.
Although I think it would still work for her being a surgeon if it was a bee, because like the stinger could be analogous to a syringe.
Yeah.
Also true. Like, I don't know, Kaguya, I don't think so, but at the same time, I feel like if they did play that game, they spent like 2 entire years figuring out how the characters worked before finishing it.
Yeah.
I mean, they did say they started like studio design and made Dawn Brothers.
I didn't say 2 years by accident. Before.
But yeah, no, I fucking love this woman.
She's
Everything
pretty
about
good.
her, like she somehow is like adorable, caring, but also like a selfish bitch all at the same time.
Something else I know that's really neat is that she has like a super feminine style of, I mean, I know that's obvious. I promise I'm going somewhere. I'm sorry. Style of dress, like classic Disney princess, Victorian princess. But then her ranger outfit is completely utilitarian. It doesn't even have a skirt.
Yeah, that's an very interesting thing to note. The female ranger doesn't have a skirt.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's very practical. Her surgeon side shows with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking outfit she changed into, I was like,
I was just like, could she get any cooler? And then
With the
she's
fucking
like,
sea viper gloves.
Yeah. I guess that's gonna be her main outfit, considering she changes out of the dress into that, and then at the end of the episode they all get kidnapped.
I don't know if she'll be in that outfit all the time. That feels like a very I'm in doctor mode now kind of deal.
Also,
Yeah.
fucking, I love that, like, Gast has a fucking crush on her, like, hardcore.
No, I don't!
Yeah, that fucking, like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but just, like, the tone of his voice was...
Sanjanesi!
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
I can't
Like, go ahead.
just like with red and blue, I'm looking forward to the dynamic between blue and yellow this entire show. It's gonna be so
that
good.
The face he makes, the tone he says it in is just so fucking funny.
It's not like I like you or anything.
Oh, Himeno-chan, I hurt my leg when you dropped us after kidnapping us from my kingdom.
Oh no, my leg! It just immediately
Ignored.
goes over to Gira. I like you. You're cool.
also,
Yeah.
made her butler rename himself Sebastian, dressed like.
Oh, no. Okay, so I have to get into this shit.
That is the funniest shit ever!
They're talking to Sebastian, her butler, and it's like, oh, so like, how long have you been like her butler for? Oh, only 3 years. I'm actually 25, but she told me I needed to look more butler-like, so I had to go under face reconstruction surgery to look older.
No,
and then I had to change my.
He said it was makeup.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
makeup, and also I had to change my name to Sebastian.
It's so fucking funny. This bitch just watched anime with butlers in it and went, you're Sebastian now.
Whatever the origin of that name was, it's like an old book. I forget which one, but the name Sebastian for butlers is just a thing in like anime now.
Oh yeah, it's all over the place.
Well, there's a character in. Okay, so this is actually really funny. So there's a character in Tekken named Lily, and she's kind of like this like really rich girl. She's like a very powerful fighter. She actually pretty much has the same attitude as Himeno has. And she also
I was gonna
has
say, Gary, she just watched Black Butler.
and then she also has a butler named Sebastian.
Yep.
And in one of the Tekken games, he actually is a playable character.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
All right, we need to get into this because I was not expecting this soon, but we finally got the opening.
It's pretty good.
It's so good.
Very anime.
It's
Very
anime as fuck. It's so good. And my favorite part is in the scenes where the 5 of them are together and they're like walking towards the camera and slashing away the rocks. People pointed out that's the same location from the Ryu Soldier opening. Suck it, Ryu Soldier!
Also, we kind of have like a funnier version of Jumping Bomba. Where now it's like them jumping, but you just see like you see Rita, she's just arms crossed, not reacting in any shape or form.
That one shot
best.
perfectly conveys all 5 of their personalities so well.
I'm not gonna post it because it might lead to a copyright thing, but the Don Brothers TikTok recently changed to just a superhero time TikTok, and they posted a video of all of the 5 dancing, but Rita's just standing there not doing anything.
Again,
I posted it in meme if you want to see it.
we all have our favorite characters, but Rita is going to be best character in the entire show.
Rita is like everyone's favorite.
Yeah, everyone likes Rita.
Rita's here for the fandom in general.
Mm-hmm.
It just, I still love the fucking meme that was made on day 1. Like, no one can tell if I'm a guy or a girl, and that makes everyone gay.
Oh my god. But yeah, the opening is super, super good. Love it, love it, love it. And I've almost completely memorized the song.
Yeah, you have.
So we cut back to the palace, and Gira is being hung from the very high ceiling. Oh my god. It's just like, yes, hand me over to Hercules, for I am an evil lord. I have committed millions of crimes, like so many crimes, you guys. I have done all of the crime.
I showered naked in Florida. That's apparently a crime.
So then, like, he makes a deal with her. It's like, oh, if you make me my favorite fucking dish that I had once as a fucking kid, don't really remember exactly how it's made.
Although, like, he claims that, like,
I'll
I only
talk
had
to you
it.
about giving you the Zord.
I only had it once when I was a kid, but later in the episode, we actually flashback and see that it's like some kind of like Jello with some sort of cream topping or something.
Like cube Jello coffee jelly type thing. Yeah. Also, I forgot it led to a tangent in the Castranger Facebook chat, but my notes where I'm talking about Gira's villain act, I put it gives Giovanni Potage.
Oh, he's got absolute Giovanni Potage energy. Go watch Empatheterist if you haven't. It's amazing.
I want to know what the fuck like Sebastian everybody was on because like, oh, we remade it to the best of his description. And it's like, he described a Jello dish. You gave him a soup.
I don't think he described it at all. I think they just listened to him talk about, like, just name it, and they just assumed a lot.
And then we see Gast fucking just pick up the bowl and just, like, slurp it, and I'm like, fucking manners, you fucking dick!
I kind of love that Yanma's ready to just ignore how much he loves Himeno to just, like, absolutely slurp the fuck out of that soup.
Oh, good. That's definitely an emoji in our fucking Discord.
Yep, make that an emote, please.
It's already.
Nice.
But yeah, then you see Gira actually has like the manners and stuff, but like he says like, yeah, this is good, but it's not really exactly it. And you just see like the chef's face like, oh.
Like their entire career is over.
Yeah.
Knowing her, she might just replace them all.
And then like she goes to like, because she says like everything in her kingdom's her favorite, and then like she goes to like she sees like a flower, like wall of flowers or whatever, and she's like, oh, that's so pretty. That house is in the way. Blow it up. And then in front of like already placed explosives, Sebastian goes over to like the people in the house going, could you please remove the, like, go run away for the house. She blows it up and she goes, there we go, perfect.
The funniest thing ever.
And child later. Yeah, we cut to the mother and child later who was like, oh, we got a brand new house, so we're good.
That is the perfect example of Himeno's character. She'll blow up a house to make a flat field look prettier, but the people whose house she blew up will have a nicer house now.
No, she's not doing it without consent. She's like doing all these big grandiose things, but like with the people's approval first.
Somehow.
I love this woman so much.
The funniest part of that whole scene was just the shot of Sebastian like cocked down and like fiercely pointing like, get the fuck out. And then we cut back and the bomb is suddenly there. I'm like, where did that come from?
And remember, that field was apparently made into flowers last night.
Yeah.
Also, speaking about Ishibana in general, the opening shots at the start of the episode, oh my god, this place is beautiful. It's like a fucking resort country.
Oh no, it's so pretty.
Holland-like with the windmills and also Victorian, sort of.
I was gonna say it felt very Amsterdamian. And yeah, we see that Rita's like skulking around spying on everyone, and another great meme I've seen come out of this fandom is that shot of Rita, Tatakai. Yeah. All right, so we also for a couple of moments cut away to Rakles, who is apparently now bargaining with Kaguragi, who is like sicking him on Gira.
Yeah, that seems like that would be a thing that would happen. I'm like, you bastard.
And we see though that Rakules has a golden version of the sword. I forget the name.
Oja Caliber.
Oja Caliber.
The Boppet Caliber. Yeah. I'm gonna call this one the less Boppet Caliber.
Oh yeah, because pretty sure it just only has the
horn.
It only has the horn.
Yeah,
I might actually buy that version.
I kind of do too, because I'm really excited for Rakules' Ranger form. It's beautiful.
Oh, the toy is going to be premium Bandai in like 2 months from now, and then like a year.
Then they go get the memorial.
Yeah, a
fucking
year after
probably.
Maybe I'll just wait for the memorial.
Yeah, I want the Oja caliber, but I'm not gonna deal with the fucking baby sword. I'm gonna save up my money. I'm gonna get that fucking big boy.
I'm gonna wait for that 1-to-1.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a very slight B plot in the episode about this father who's scamming the queen by having his daughter fake that she can't walk.
Yeah, like their disability payment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought she was like faking it.
Yeah, no. The way that went is she had a leg injury or something. Himeno operated on her personally, and so she knows for a fact that she can walk, but the father is pretending that her daughter is not cured in order to get them to pay him off so that he doesn't have to work for his monthly payments.
Wow.
But eventually, through Himeno's encouragement, she decides to literally stand on her own 2 feet, and that inspires the father, well, I guess I'll work again, which is great because he just got handed a contract for Himeno's dresses. Also, still no henshin sequence! Ichi angry! Sorry, you cut out. You're still cutting out on me. Hello, hello? Emily?
It was Emily. Okay, I was wondering.
Emily, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I hear you now. Start your entire sentence over.
No, I'm sorry that we don't have the henshin sequences yet.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
think,
when...
like I said, I think the stock henshin's gonna happen once all 5 of them are together.
Probably.
I do want to point out, like, since someone posted like the image of like the fucking huge like tablet or whatever that shows the Kingohger and everything. We see the other things, and we see a Caucasus beetle, like the one with the 3 horns. So that's probably going to be a mech later on.
Is that?
But...
I thought the 3 gods on the tablet were the 3 gods from the like Kabuto, Bata, and Sasori.
Yeah, no. Look at the tablet again. The picture is there. The picture's there underneath the thing underneath Bata. You can clearly see.
Yes, there is a Caucasus one too. Interesting. I didn't pick up on that.
And the thing in the middle of it does look like a spider. But I'm gonna say I don't want it to be a spider, but I will accept it if the 6th Ranger is like the prince or whatever of Bugnarak.
Oh.
Like, I don't want to take over. I want to live in peace.
That would be interesting. Sorry, what was that, Emily?
That I'm an arachnid, Dad.
You never understood me, Dad. That would be actually really cool.
Like, yeah, that's the only way I would accept, because here's a thing designed to kill bugs.
Oh, boom. Decker in the chat brings up a good point. Maybe that Caucasus in the tablet is the castle, because I've been saying that castle is absolutely a Zord.
Maybe.
Look at it. It absolutely looks like a fucking Zord. I'm so ready for the castle to become a Zord.
They told that in Ghost.
Right?
I know that wasn't a Zord, but
yeah.
Sorry, random tangent.
Speaking of Zords, we get another auxiliary Zord this episode. We get the snail that's been literally sneaking around in the background every episode up until now. Himeno recruits it.
Then she just drops it.
It just falls off the hand. It almost feels like the snail simped for her too, because it's like, oh, and then falls off.
Fucking her like pirouetting in the fucking exosuit. I'm like, Jesus.
When she gives off her version of the oh, which was just fucking awful, I have to admit.
Yeah, but like, God, she's so elegant. I love her.
And I have to say, I'm probably not the only one who felt some kind of way when she lifted her leg up real high for that last kick.
Ichi's a simp.
That's gotta be awakening some kids right there, I gotta say.
Oh, yeah.
There's the shot. That's the one.
I want her to step on me.
Yeah. No, definitely. And yeah, we see that now that she's piloting her Zord, the Kingohger mech has the ability to do like slashy kicks and like rider kick style attacks. So that's cool.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. So yeah, this is the debut, quote unquote debut of Kamakiri Oger, and her fighting with the caliber and the scythe version of the King's weapon. It's pretty fucking cool. That 4 times slashing Hisatsu attack she does is really awesome.
Yeah.
And then as the episode closes, we see that Heracles gives Kaguragi the Kabuto jewel, and then God Kabuto starts flying around shooting beams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Himeno changes into her doctor form, which is rad as fuck.
I love it.
Yeah, the form's great.
Yeah, so it looks like
I can happily say Himeno is my favorite of the 5.
I'm glad that we're each getting different favorites, because Gar, I think you said you like Gira.
I don't know.
He hated Gira.
I was going in for black, but I'm staying for yellow.
I thought Gar said he hated Gira. I don't remember.
I think he said he liked Gira in our group chat.
Yeah, he said he liked Gira a lot.
Opinions can change.
Yeah, first episode he didn't like him at first, I think.
Yeah, I think it was when once the second episode happened, he was starting to come around on it.
Okay. Yeah, I also like Gira.
But in a move that shocked me, the episode did not end with them getting kidnapped by the next main Zord. And also, next episode is not Rita's, but Kaguragi's, since he's now being sicked on Gira by Heracles. So I guess Rita's episode will be the one after that.
I have no idea if I can choose a favorite before I know them all, because there's so much to like in all of them so far.
That's fair.
I feel like you're gonna really enjoy Rita the most.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait till we get to her episode, or their episode. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Big time.
Yes, next episode is Tofu time.
Yay, tofu.
Tofu time. I'm looking forward to seeing the Gourmet Kingdom.
Yeah.
More buzz about Kaguragi.
Nice.
Shut up.
Remember,
Shut up,
be yourself. But yes, Kingohger, very excellent so far. As always, a couple of nitpicks, but like mostly very, very positive. Very happy so far.
Zoolion, I'm so sorry. You were a great yellow for favorite yellow of mine for years, but it's time to take a step down. The queen has ascended.
You must step beneath the queen.
Yeah. You're the queen. You're Queen Himeno's pet now.
Oh.
I just remembered my favorite part of the episode, just with Yanma Gasp doing the whole fucking like simping thing, and then she says like, oh, she won't actually blow up the house. She does it. He throws away the roses. Like, nah, I hate her now.
I'm out. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Yeah, the moment when you think you know people and then you don't. People can surprise you.
Yeah. I'd actually really be curious to hear more about like how long these kings and queens have like actually known each other before the series started.
I want to see who the previous rulers were before them.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Well, I mean, Ryu Soldier did give us some looks into the previous masters, so it wouldn't be out of the question for Kingohger to do the same.
7! Well, I'm not gonna fuck that. She'll blow my dick away.
Don't stick your dick in crazy, they say.
Yep.
All right, well, that is it for Kingohger, and it's time for our feature topics, which means it's back to Saber!
No, I don't wanna. What the fuck?
So,
what was this?
The hyper battle video.
What the fuck was this?
That's the end of the episode, guys. Thank you for watching Castranger.
Yeah, no, this was fucking mind shit, stupid, and Sabela Durendal boring.
So I'm going to leave in this truck, and
what the fuck?
You without me.
And I'm sorry for how weird this got today. Thanks for having.
Oh, you're actually leaving? I thought that was a bit.
I actually am, because I never watched this.
I mean, you're probably better off.
Yeah, you can save yourself some misery.
Lane, do you feel the same way I felt about Dawn Brothers versus not Dawn Brothers, Zenkaiger versus Kira Major? Where it's like I feel dirty watching this.
I mean, say what you say about the fucking special, but the fucking Televi-kun form is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's just the fucking like bit of Psycho, like
So, like, okay, the first thing that actually got a huge laugh out of me,
Disco
was just,
Daishinji?
like, no, just fucking Yuri like talking about Sword X-Man,
And he
and
just
then it just goes, "Who is that?" It just cuts off.
I love that he just pulls the comic out of nowhere. Completely.
Oh, dude! Ever since he found that comic, started reading it, he keeps that under his robes at all times.
Yep. Oh my god!
Don't even
Rico!
get me fucking started with fucking that.
Rico gave me such confusing feelings.
I thought that was May at first, and then then I saw May, and I looked over. I'm like, Blade?
That's Rintaro as his own mom.
Oh. The fucking dancing.
Not gonna lie, kinda hot.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be posting this picture a lot. This was me. This was me the whole time. I just worked like 9 hours. I ate a bunch of Harveys. I was exhausted, and I had to watch these before I went to bed. I couldn't process what the fuck was happening.
The most upsetting part of this for me, so like they start pulling out comics and talking about like what I suppose are actual Televi-kun magazine hero characters, and the worst one of all, the shittiest one might say, is fucking Ultraman, a Phantom Thief style hero whose face is actual shit. Pink shit. Ultraman. Why is this a thing?
I don't know.
Kill it! Kill it with fire!
And then there was the duck Megid came back.
Oh my god, Duckler! That was so fucking funny!
Fucking duck, man. Jesus Christ.
The duckling Megiddo came back. It's so fucking funny that like he wanted to become a swan, because if you remember, the actual Alter Ride book that he came out of is the story of the ugly duckling.
Oh yeah.
So him wanting to become a swan is hilariously on brand.
And then like fucking, it's just like he's talking about like, yeah, Storius summoned me, but then he called me a piece of shit. And like as he's saying what Storius apparently said to him, you see like a clip of Storius like saying it.
And then really Storius actually shows up and he is just unhinged. Oh my god.
Where was this Storius during the show?
This cannot be canon. Not possible.
No, imagine we got this version of Storius where like he was like how we saw him in the beginning of the show, and then just as the show went on, he just became more and more unhinged and just fucking that shit crazy.
I would have loved that. Oh my god. Oh. And also, congrats to Yuri on learning how to fucking emote in this special. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yuri continues to be the best and my favorite character. So, I love him.
So yeah, Storia shows up, summons Charybdis, who eats their fucking script, and starts spawning these like weird idea clones, Ogami Ito and Little Boy Chan and Mama Rinko, and then, like the fucking Ito and Chan start throwing shit at them, and then Rinko like uses the power of swearing to kill them.
Thank you, Dick. Wait, hang on. Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Now you need to take that image and that audio and make it like a YouTube short.
Yeah, fucking thank you, Phantom Pain, for that fucking amazing Kaz meme. It's so good.
Speaking of YouTube shorts, I made my first one the other day. I did this little mini music video of my Final Fantasy 14 character.
Also, our Don Brothers Henshin video is still going up.
Yeah, okay, last I checked, it was like over 55,000. I'm gonna check it right now.
Yeah, we need to keep an update on this shit.
Let's see, going over to the Castranger channel. It is at a grand total currently of 59,297 views.
Wow. See, this is what, like, you were like, oh, I did this, and I'm like, no, make it that's like the official Henshin, and people will click on it because they'll think it's official.
Yeah.
But yeah, to see, like, eventually, like, Duck or whatever, he, like, sacrifices himself, and then you see him, like, swimming towards the heavens, and he's just like,
quack! Quack! Because, like, gua is, like, the Japanese equivalent of quack, I guess.
But then, Storia summons, like, the eating...
Charybdis, yeah.
Monster.
That was earlier, but yeah.
He eats the ideas, and then, like, spits it out to a buck, and he's like... This is the best Televi-kun ever.
And then Storius like weirdly stretches himself into a giant. And only after they kill Charybdis does Saber use the ride book they get, the Televi-kun. And I love how they got around the restrictions of the toy. In order to make it play the correct sound they wanted, when he used the form, he didn't have Brave Dragon in the belt. But then like they cut back to him and both books are just in there.
Yeah, I was like, come on.
Because if you use both books at once, you're not going to get the unique sound. Oh boy.
Because they'll just go, Wonder, Wonder.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will say Saber Dragon Televi-kun, I like the design. It's very colorful.
I mean, he just has a different arm, that's it.
Well, I like it.
Yeah.
So they use the comic rider powers and then not only shrink Storius down, but down to tiny form, and then he gets washed out to sea.
I mean, the belt's interesting enough that I bought one, so... I just like I don't like I remember certain things, but that's it. It was so late. I was so tired.
So the whole point of the special is, which hero do I write a magazine special about? And then she decides all of them. Ha ha ha.
Were we missing like another plot point? Because it cuts to like May like talking to her like editor, and it's this weird fucking guy. And he just starts fucking thrusting in the air for some reason. I'm like,
it's Disco Daishinji. I don't know why.
Was that him?
That was his actor. I don't know if it was the same character. It probably was not,
yeah.
but that was Daishinji's actor.
I was like, what the fuck was that about?
Disco Daishinji.
Oh my god.
Also, this is probably like a Japanese cultural thing, but the one line that really made me go, what the fuck are you talking about? Was the one where like, ducks are cool. They help sell insurance. What?
What? There must be like a Japanese insurance company.
Yeah, like the Japanese version of Geico has like a duck instead of the gecko.
Do you guys not know about Aflac?
No.
One second. Aflac.
Right.
AFLC.
Oh, is Aflac a Japanese thing?
I don't think so.
I have no idea.
Headquarters Columbus, Georgia. No, it's it might just be global.
Well, that went way the fuck over my head. Anyway, that special was fucking crazy. So we cut from absolute batshit unhinged insanity to just plain boring with the Sabela Durendal special.
Okay, I will admit that poster's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and that's why I expected this special to be awesome, and it was really a letdown. They baited us. They made this poster makes you think that they ended up getting married, which of course doesn't happen.
Yeah, the only fucking other cameo we got was fucking Ren, and I'm like, oh boy.
Hey, what's up, Ryoga? I'm here to solve your shit ass plot because I fought the monster that solves the mystery. Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
See you in Outsiders.
Hayate, everybody's favorite character from Saber.
Kenzan. Hayate was the sword.
Whatever. That just shows how much I like him.
I will say, it took me a minute to remember his name was Ren. As our Discord's saying, the best part of the special is that the staff member who came in with the food is the voice of Majine, which is why Reika freaked out. So blah blah blah. Reika and Ryoga love each other. Political marriage. They each want to do it because it makes the other one happy because they're bad at communicating their feelings. I fucking hate stories that could have been easily resolved by properly having a fucking conversation.
Ichi, that was 90% of Saber. You should be used to this by now.
Just because I'm used to it doesn't mean I stop hating it.
Fair.
And yes, that is also a part of why mid-season Saber was fucking awful. Blah 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 blah. Political marriage. She gets tricked into it. He's the one who murdered his own family so he could take over.
He wants to like do evil shit, but for peace. And she's like, no.
The funniest part about this, apparently, like, his plan was to marry her and then, like, take over the Noroshi, like, the Sword of Smoke. So what I'm hearing is this guy wanted to be Kamen Rider Sabela. He wanted to dress up in the female Kamen Rider suit. Y'all should have let him. That would have been funny.
Also, okay, I don't know if belt mechanics were, like, fucked with here. So when he like transforms, does he have to put the book in the sword and then turn it into the trident?
Yes. Normally, yes. Okay. But
because when he mentioned he had it in sword mode, and I'm like, no, it's supposed to be a trident when you're transformed.
Yes, and I can tell you from having the toy and playing with it, if you take it out and put it back in the same side, I don't think the henshin works. You can have it start in spear mode and then change it to sword mode to get the transformed henshin, but if you do it the same way, I don't think it happens. So yes, that was a belt mechanics moment, TM.
Fuck, god damn it.
I'm proud of you for pointing that out.
Yeah, I just noticed it. I'm like, why are you using the sword mode? You're supposed to use the trident.
Saber continuing to be the worst rider series.
At least Durendal's suit looks good.
Yeah. And the only interesting part of this whole special was that at the end they swapped books for their Hisatsus.
Ooh.
That was kind of cool.
Ah, no!
Disco Daishinji!
No, I forgot about that! No! Delete it, Decker. No. Oh my god.
That's gonna replace the whale in my nightmare.
Hyper battle videos are supposed to be funny, not scary.
This is not a hyper battle video.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, that was from the hyper battle video. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, the Sabela Durendal special ended up changing nothing, and it was not amazing.
Also, I love in the flashback scene we see like Reika as like a little girl, but fucking Durendal's like exactly the same.
Yeah. Aren't they supposed to be twins?
I don't think so.
Durendal's older.
Well, I mean, yeah, as per the special.
She's 25, as we found out.
Yeah. You better marry someone before you become old and useless, I guess, is the lesson.
I still like my idea I originally made for them when we talked about the series. Oh, God, no! Oh, please.
Top tier memes.
I watched. I like my idea where they should have been swapped. See, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and like
Kamen Disaster is going to be dope.
The worst part of this special, not only was it boring, but no one got any new forms. The fact that they swapped books for the Hisatsus tells me they should have swapped books and gotten like each other's forms. That would have been so cool.
Hell, I would have liked to see like Sabela in like a fucking wedding dress. That would have been awesome.
Or that, yeah,
So-
like a Sabela wedding form.
Yeah.
Sabela just in white, and then
Like-
Durendal
like
in more black.
Like she gets like a new ride book that's like based off like a wedding story or like
I was
a love
gonna
story
say
or
like a
something.
wedding registry book.
So
It's Cinderella. Satsu, she kicks the shoes at him.
the hyper battle video fucking traumatized me for life, and this Sabela Durendal special like was meaningless and pointless and didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Guys, this is Lane's last episode of Castranger.
Rip.
No, I'm done with Saber.
Wait a minute. I'm looking at fucking Durendal for like, are those the arm braces that they just fucking used for Live and Evil Marvelous on his legs?
Probably.
God. Fucking buy more plastic, Toei.
Buy more plastic. Use all that plastic furniture that you're not using.
Yeah, I think other than like the base blades, Espada, and Saber suits, every other fucking suit is just like recycled.
Speaking of, notice how Espada was nowhere in either of these.
No,
Isn't he dead? I thought he was dead.
no.
These probably have.
Remember, he had a relationship with some woman who wanted to fucking kill him in the end.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh no, that was an alternate universe or something, alternate timeline.
I don't know.
Happen. I don't know.
Anyway,
Fuck, the movie was good. But,
Anyway, those things happened, and now we never have to watch them again.
No, don't remind me of fucking Solomon and the fucking master. He was stupid. Saber sucked. Saber was awful.
Why'd they give the guy who made Ghost a second chance?
Psycho and Caliber were the only two things I took from that show that were awesome. That was it.
I liked Blades. I still have his figure on my desk.
I know.
Caliber I thought was really cool until they brought him back.
And they made him Sophia.
I liked you better when you were dead.
Like, if they had kept fucking, I forget his name, Kento as fucking Caliber, that would have been cool, and just give away Ikazuchi to somebody else. I would have been fine with that, but no, he's got to give up the stronger form for a weaker form.
Gee, I wonder who you wanted to be the new Espada.
Yeah, I'm sorry, May couldn't be Espada Blaze. Jesus
That's
Christ.
what I'm
Even
saying.
if it wasn't May, just anyone. The fact that he gave up a stronger sword for a weaker sword is fucking stupid.
Because it fucking traumatized him. It changed his entire fucking personality.
Life sucks. Get a helmet.
Listen, man, if you saw the death of your entire friends and family in the entire world as you know it, you'd be
Hundreds
pretty
of
fucked up,
thousands
too.
of times over and over and over.
Yeah.
Did they ever explain how he got out of there anyway?
Magic.
Anyways, let's not talk about this anymore because we spent way too much time on this shit.
Go listen to our final thoughts on Saber as a whole. It's actually interesting, and we write the show fucking better. We did.
I've been writing fucking like an adaptation thing for Saber for like years now.
This was a horrible writer fanfic gone wrong.
And the worst part is it had such great potential. I was so hopeful about it at the start. It was absolutely up all of my alleys, and then it just dropped the ball.
Well, we have Kingohger now, so...
Yes. Kingohger is revenge for Saber and Ryusoldier at the same time.
Yeah, Sentai's doing Saber the way Ryder couldn't.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty faithful.
Cut to a year later, me crying.
No, just me. Kingohger's the fucking worst Sentai I've ever seen. Oh, it's okay, Lane. We got you the Ultra Caliber.
We made you a custom Oger caliber.
Oh Christ. Anyway, yeah.
So that's it for Castranger this week. We will not be having an episode next week because I am going out of town for my uncle's funeral. He passed away this past weekend. It's been rough. I've had a really fucking rough week. But I'm going out of town with my siblings next weekend from Friday to Monday, so I will not be here. So we will be skipping next week and then doing a double episode special the week after.
Yeah, I'll be moving into my new condo next week, so hopefully by the next time we record, I'll have internet already. So
Hooray.
Open.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As usual, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, Discord, merch store, all of our cool shit.
Buy my shirt.
Buy his shirt. Buy
Fuck
his
Saber.
shirt.
I'm gonna buy my shirt again soon. I have money now.
All right.
Fuck Saber.
No, don't fuck Saber.
Don't fuck the sword.
It's pointy. Dangerous.
My cold.
Dangerous.
Stay Saber or don't. I don't care anymore. Thank you, Jerry.
Remember, stay Saber.
Stay Saber.
Bye-bye.